Hey, y'all, welcome to Musical Miles Podcast, where live music and great stories take center stage. Today's episode is brought to you by our friends at TETON Guitars. Whether you're picking tunes around a campfire or taking the stage at your favorite honky-tonk, TETON Guitars delivers rich, soulful sound built for the journey. Learn more at tetonguitars.com. Now let's dive into some music and memories. All right. Hey, music lovers. Welcome to Musical Miles Podcast. I'm your host, Byron Duffin, and I am here with Bryon White.
Yes.
And we are hanging out in Perry, Oklahoma.
Perry, Oklahoma. It's a small town up in the northern part of the state.
Yeah, cool place. Never been here. Been to Guthrie. So not a long ways from Guthrie. What are we?
Now about 30 minutes north of Guthrie. We're at the Old Crow Corners in Perry, Oklahoma. It's my buddy Uncle Mike owns. And it's a neat little spot. It's a fun place to make music and songs and throw axes and whatever you kind of feel like doing.
Yeah. Well, I'll tell you, I got to tell you, we've been in Texas for the last 10 days, and we have really been looking forward to sitting down with you. We got to hang out with some of your friends and cohorts down there in New Braunfels and Austin area.
You can find them down there.
Yeah. There's a couple of your buddies down there.
I lived down there for almost 4 years.
Oh, really?
I was in San Antonio for a couple, and then I was in New Braunfels for about 2 years.
Okay.
Yeah, off and on.
Yeah. Cool area. It's just so much musical history.
It was there's a lot of musical history and a lot of direct musical history. We hung out at Uncle Steve's up there right off the river, off River Road.
Okay.
Where, all kinds of guys, Stoney Lou used to hang out up there and write songs. And
oh, yeah.
It's just a place all these really cool guys have gone and worked stuff out. And it was a nice place to get to work stuff out for a while. We don't get to go there anymore. Somebody else owns it now. So
yeah. Well, it's that was our really first. We'd been to New Braunfels a couple of times, but had never seen a show. We actually got to go to a couple of shows while we were there this week. And
we played Green Hall a couple of weeks ago. Yeah.
Oh, you played there a couple of weeks ago.
Yeah, Green Hall. Yeah.
Oh, wow. Well, that's where we got to see our first show at Green Hall. We got to see Cody.
That's a classic.
Canada.
Oh, nice.
And his kids. His kids opened for him.
That's so rad. Yeah, that's a good time. I love Cody.
Yeah.
He's one of my favorite people in the business.
You bet.
He's one of the nicest guys you could possibly.
Listen, we haven't really met any bad people in this business.
There's not any bad folks. Just,
Yeah.
There's several shades of ass, I'm sure.
Well, we saw Jack there the other night too, and Jack said he got talking about Charlie Robinson. He said Charlie was an asshole, but he said he was our asshole. And
he was.
So, but everybody loved Charlie in his own way.
He used to watch our sets at festivals that we played together. He would watch our whole set, and he would just sit by himself and watch the set.
Wow.
And that was really cool. Yeah, that's one of my favorite things about playing in Texas.
Yeah.
With those guys. You run into the quirky dudes like that. They're just really cool.
And they're all fans, right?
I mean, like a lot of them are, which is neat. Yeah. I love that.
Yeah. Well, cool. Well, let's talk about Bryon White. So tell me a little bit about, I know some of your background, but let's talk about your musical journey. Where did you get started? You were born in, where did you tell me?
Oh, well, I was born in Shawnee, Oklahoma, but I grew up in Bethel Acres, which is the same place Jamie Richards and Wade Hayes are both from.
Okay.
Wade Hayes had a couple of Nashville hits back in the day. Old Enough to Know Better and Still Too Young to Care was his first one, I think. But yeah, he went to school with my dad, and both of those guys. And it's weird to have three music people from the same
spot. Sure.
I don't know if I'll ever get a sign in town, but I'm pretty much outside. I'm outside.
Does Wade have a sign?
Wade's got signs at every entrance to Bethel Acres.
Okay.
They're a big home of Wade Hayes, which is amazing. I love that.
Yeah.
Well, there should be at every intersection.
Well, you bet. Yeah, because I mean, you get if they put Bethel Acres on the map,
stuff
right?
too, just because he was from there, and like the man was a tremendously good guitar player.
Sure.
I don't think Wade Hayes enough credit for that, because he is just a hell of a fucking player.
Sure.
Sorry.
No, you're good.
All right, good, right.
Yeah, listen.
Making sure we're cool.
Yeah, no FCC regulations on podcasts as far as.
That's right.
Yeah, so you can cuss all you want. Have you never listened to Joe Rogan's?
FC kiss my ass, then yes.
Hey, so you grew up in Bethel, but and then kind of what started? Was your dad a guitar player, or your mom, or somebody?
My dad actually got remarried, and my stepbrother was wanting to play drums, and he took drum lessons from this guy in town, or from this lady in town, and her husband gave guitar lessons. And I always wanted to kind of play guitar. I had a guitar just kind of to screw around with, but didn't know what to do with. And then I got a couple of years worth of lessons from a guy named Gary Turley that was like a Nashville session player back in the day.
Okay.
Off and on. And really neat guy. And he taught me how to play, really.
About how old were you when you started?
I was 14 or 15 or so.
Yeah.
And then just kind of started playing. I started playing in a punk band, a rock and roll band.
It's funny how many guys...
Well, we all figured out that we have to eat.
Yeah.
There's this, the scene is really cool if you can figure out how to make your way into it in the Texas and the red dirt market. It's separate deals, but yeah, it's fun. And then you get to see your friends when you play festivals. It's like everybody's there again. Everybody's hanging out.
Right.
It's great. Yeah.
Well, that's cool. So you started playing, and then what was your first band? You said you kind of.
I had a band called the Mr. Shannons in high school.
Mr. Shannons.
Yeah. We were just a punk rock band, and then we played some shows with a band called 30 Call Arson, and their lead singer was a guy named John Moreland. And so when they were like a hardcore screamo band, and not screamo, scream and hardcore band.
Sure.
They were the terrifying band to go to. Like, it was hard to want to go see because like there'd be mosh pits and people would be breaking stuff.
Oh, no.
It was amazing, and John Moreland was up there like killing it.
Yeah.
But he's one of my favorite songwriters, man. Like his stuff.
Well, that genre never really appealed to me. Our oldest kid is 41, and he liked some of that screaming hard rock stuff, metal stuff.
There was some good stuff in there if you knew your way around it.
Sure. Well, we talked about Cody. We saw Cody's show the other night at Green.
Yeah.
His kids opened for him.
Yeah, was Waldo drumming with him? I bet he was. It was The Departed, right?
No.
Oh, no.
So Cody's kid Willie plays the drums.
Oh, that's cool.
In Waves. So
that's right.
So we got to interview the whole band. We interviewed him in Idaho at the BBR this year.
Yep.
But just they weren't playing, and we didn't have the whole band. So
Sure.
they've made some changes. So they have a new lead singer girl named Elle, and so we got to interview all of them in New Braunfels on Friday before the show, and that was kind of cool.
Rad.
But Willie plays the drums, and of course Dirk plays lead and screams his ass off. So,
Yeah.
Yeah,
Dirks is a good kid.
Yeah, that was fun. It was.
He's got a Tom Skinner sticker on his amplifier, if I remember right.
Okay.
Or did at one point.
Yeah, I don't know about that, but anyway, we enjoyed it, even though it's a little different. And then Cody played, so it was cool. But
Cody's so good.
Oh yeah, those guys are so awesome.
Yeah.
We got to interview Cody this summer at Idaho as well.
His whole band's amazing. They're incredible.
Oh yeah,
always have been.
Yeah. Well, and now with the big ruckus coming up, right in Stillwater, the reunion with
I know it's a
Cross Canadian Ragweed. That's going to be.
I got
nuts.
a room for rent for $7,000. Anybody wants it?
We'll let them know. We'll let them know. Yeah, there you go.
Bottom dollar.
Yeah, bottom dollar, $7,000. Well, let
me tell you, anywhere from 17 to whatever.
You can stack bunk beds in here.
I've got 9. I've got room for 95 people.
There you go. You sell this place out.
$7,000 a pop.
Sell this place out.
I would totally do it.
Yeah,
hey man, everybody got a piece of the red dirt reunion. You know?
You bet. Well, they are kind of the kings of the red dirt.
Oh man, they're the superhumans. They were the biggest thing that ever happened to not just the country. It's just they had their own following. Like they had a group of people that just liked what they did so much that's what it
was. Well, and Cody's a big Deadhead anyway, but almost like
it's very reminiscent of the Dead.
Yeah, it really truly is.
But they're so good.
Yeah, to make the announcement of one day and end up selling out 4. I said they could have a residency at OU. And for a month or two,
dude, and like I've hung out with all those guys. We used to hang out with Grady at Grady 66.
Yeah,
we still play out there.
Yeah,
and go see Uncle Grady. I mean, like he would bring us a bottle of Boone's Farm wine at the middle of the set, and we drink it with Uncle Grady. And I love Grady Cross. I love all those guys. I'm so glad that they're doing well.
And
I can't wait to see him.
It's exciting as a red dirt guy yourself, because you're an Okie. So it's even though you spent some time in that Texas country, this red dirt.
No, this is home. Yeah, we're definitely home. We're about 30 minutes from Stillwater.
Yeah. So are you going?
Oh,
of course you're going.
I don't even get all this. I just walk in like I own the place.
Like you own the place.
And you do. So.
Yeah. Well, listen. So let's talk some more about you. So 2011. was the kind of the beginning of the Damn Quails, right?
Well, yeah, more like 2009.
Oh, okay.
So we started out kind of in bars, and we did bar shows once a week at 3 different nights a week. We did Mondays, Wednesdays, and Thursdays at a different bar.
Okay.
And then we would do weekend gigs. I would just book us weekend gigs or whatever, and go out and conquer the world.
Yeah.
And then we got a record deal thing that was with Mike McClure as the artistic side, and we got to work with Mike, and I love Mike, and me and Mike are buddies. I'd take a bullet for Mike McClure. He's one of those people. Yeah, he's incredible. And he did our first record. He did the first Troubadours record was done down at the Boo Hatch.
Okay.
Right before ours.
And yours is called Down the Hatch.
Down the Hatch.
Yeah.
Yeah, Down the Hatch. Yeah. And that was what it was. We did the old Boo Hatch.
So we got introduced to your music by our middle son, Breck. Said, Dad, you got to listen to these guys called Damn Quails. And so California Open Invitation, right?
Yeah.
Loved that song and that whole album.
Thanks.
Just had such a cool vibe. And then Michelle and I were in Key West in 2019.
Yep.
And you were playing with John Bauman at the Southernmost Beach.
The last time, yeah.
And you won't remember this, but that's how I got your phone number.
I remember that. Yeah.
We walked up to you after the show because I didn't know. I knew John, but I didn't know who Bryon White was.
Bauman. I love Bauman. He called me, he got in touch with me ahead of time and learned my songs.
Did he really?
Yeah, he's that kind of guy. I love that.
Well, and there's another guy I'd love to interview at some point.
He's so good. He's such a sweet and a nice guy.
But we were listening to your music, and you cracked out some Damn Quail stuff, and I looked at Shanda and I said, man, that's Damn Quail stuff. So then after the show, I came up and met you, and we talked, and when I told you it was from Idaho, you said, man, you need to hire me to come out there and do a house show.
I do it.
Yeah.
Please.
And
I'm still into it.
So that's how I ended up with your phone number.
Yeah.
And when we planned this trip, I told Shanda, I said, I would love to have Bryon White on the podcast.
Yeah, for sure.
And so I reached out to you, and you got right back to me, and I was so tickled. And so this is our last stop on our Musical Miles podcast tour.
Nice.
So we've been gone it'll be 2 weeks by the time we get home. But
yeah.
We're going to come back out again. But I love that you were willing to sit down with us and talk about your music. So back to so you did Down the Hatch.
Down the Hatch. We did. We had a weird lawsuit thing with our label.
So you had a little glitch there for a few years.
There was a hitch, and it kept us from making a record until 2015. When we fundraised $54,000 on Kickstarter.
Yeah.
We got our second record funded, and we did it there at Nashville at 12th Street Sound with David Beta from Reckless Kelly producing.
Okay.
And he produced Out of the Birdcage Tonight. Out of the Birdcage,
Yeah. Another great album.
Thanks.
Lots of great music on there. But I'm one of those weird guys, right? I get caught up and fall in love with an album or something and a few songs. And
see, we went out, we put out Down the Hatch, and Down the Hatch is mostly an acoustic record. There's not a lot of electric guitar on it. There's a little, but it's not like when we go out live, we were taking a rock and roll setup at the time.
Sure.
We had a fiddle player, and then we had a 4-piece rock and roll band behind it. And, we'd have some harp or whatever. It's in those years, we wanted to sound like we sounded on the road in the studio. So we just took that in there. And we had isolation booths, and we were isolated, but we could see each other.
Sure.
And that was nice. And then we would just put everything down live.
Now you didn't. You guys don't really consider yourself a country band. You're more rock.
I don't know what the hell we are anymore.
Rock. What do you
shred dirt for sure?
Shred dirt. Yeah.
The something in the dirty red. There's something red dirt in there, but
it's
not. I don't know. We try not to confine ourselves to a genre because then you can play anywhere.
Right. Well. So who really influenced your music?
Man, there's so many people, so many things and people. I listen to all kinds of stuff. I listened to a lot of punk rock stuff when I was a kid, and then I listened to a lot of weird folk stuff and Ellis Paul kind of stuff, and kind of spent a lot of time around John Fulbright when he was putting together his first record. That's great.
Huh.
Yeah.
Okay. Well, and you really worked on your guitar skills to be more
Well,
Rockish,
when you're
bluish, what blues?
when you're playing live, we would play electrics because it's so much easier to control your stage stuff. Acoustics are hard to handle when they're higher volumes for bigger places, and so we were just playing a more rock and roll setup, and that's how the band was evolving at the time. So it was a rock and roll record. It wasn't what people probably were expecting, but we didn't know what to expect either. So we kind of wanted to do it in like 2012, and we did start doing some down at the Boo Hatch again. We did about 3 days worth of recording and all some stuff. We were just kind of getting ideas down, but we had some good ideas. We had some good stuff at that time, but and then just kind of kept playing.
So let's talk about your band members. So who all's in the band with you? I mean, same original guys or
no. We've got newer guys. I mean, our bass player's been with us about 5 years. Caleb Shortham. We got Screaming Ian on the keys. Right now we've got Dave on the drums, and who else is playing with us? Biggie's been playing some harmonica with us.
Okay.
Yeah. So
cool. Well, so are you you working on some new? Are you always writing?
Yeah, I'm always writing. Something. There's always something writing me.
Yeah.
It's usually I just have bits and pieces that fly around in the brain until they get put out into a proper spot.
Do you do much? Do you journal or do you just?
I try to write a lot. I mean, like I don't really journal. I just kind of sit and try to write songs.
Okay.
Yeah.
Okay. And then so what do you come up with first? You come up with the melody first, or just varies?
I mean, it's always I usually melody and meter in my head.
Yeah.
And then I just start out kind of trying to flesh it out in the real world with the guitar and some vocals. And
yeah. So are all the songs on your albums all originals?
Yeah. So we had another lead singer for the first 2 records, Gabe Marshall, and half the records are him. So I'm the odd numbered tracks.
Okay.
Yeah, and I think that's right. Yeah, and odd plus the first, or no, I'm the even numbered tracks. That's right.
Okay.
On the first record and the second record plus the first song. So.
Okay. Yeah. What? So I saw you perform California Open Invitation in Denver, and you said at the time, I think you'd never been to California. Is that true?
No, yeah, never been. Still? Well, I was there on a layover.
That's it.
And I heard some kids talking shit on the Grapes of Wrath and kind of pissed me off a little. But other than that, yeah.
So where'd that song come from?
No, I don't know. I sat down with a cup of coffee and I wrote it in 20 minutes.
I love that. That's probably my favorite on the album.
It's meaningless.
It's absolutely meaningless.
It's wholly meaningless. But then maybe
I got this brand new tattoo.
Gives it some kind of meaning. I'm not sure. I'm not sure how meaning goes, but it's a pretty good song. It's a fun song to play. There's a lot of the first time I ever heard anybody sing my own lyrics louder at me than I could hear on the monitors was that song. Yeah, in Lubbock, Texas. Yeah, and like it's never a hit. Like it was never released. That was just a song. That was on a record.
Really?
And those kids, they still love it. Yeah. We did a live at the Blue Light record not too long ago.
Really?
And it's a real rock and roll record. We're kind of in a rock and roll spot. So.
Well, we didn't get to go to the Blue Light, but that's where we made our first stop on this trip. Was at Cook's.
So great.
At Cook's, we interviewed the Huser brothers at Cook's. And that town is so rich in music history.
There's the Buddy Holly Museum's great. If you ever get to go there, it's always changing too. It's always different. There's cool stuff all the time.
Well, we're gonna have to make another trip back because we didn't really get a chance to.
Oh man, there's a lot of town to experience in Lubbock. You wouldn't think it, but
yeah. Well, they said the Blue Light's a cool place,
it's a great place.
That's where lots of guys got their start there. And
man, there's still lots of people getting their start there. They're really about the songwriter, which is cool.
Yeah,
like they're trying to keep that thing going, which it should. And that's what keeps the whole wheel turning.
Yeah. So are you working on a new album at all?
I'm always I'm working on some stuff. I've got a lot of songs still trying to figure out where they all fit.
Sure.
But yeah, no, we're working on getting some recording done.
Yeah. Cool. So you've done 2 full albums.
No, we did 3. We did the last one was Clouding Up Your City, and that's all my songs.
Okay.
Yeah, and I did that at my buddy Mike Trepagne's place in Oklahoma City, one of the great studios in the state and in the nation.
Okay.
Cardinal Song.
Okay.
Great great spot, and good friend of mine from college from way back. And I did my first solo acoustic record was with Mike.
Okay.
And Mike's the kind of guy who won't let you make a bad record. Like he's great.
Yeah.
And I put him and John Calvin Abney together. John Calvin Abney produced, and he was in Quail from way back. We took him on the road a few times to some Colorado runs and just, anywhere we could fit him.
Yeah.
And we hazed him a little bit, but it was fine. He was good. He took it all in stride. Now he's oh man, he produced the hell out of that record. It's really great. It's all live too. Like we just sat down live and did that, and John kind of sprinkled some magic with a few other players, and my sister did the harmonies.
Oh, really?
It's incredible. Yeah.
Well, and didn't we? Jamie Lynn was on. Did some vocals with.
Yeah. I played with Jamie Lynn Wilson a lot when she's in Oklahoma, and sometimes in Texas. Just kind of depends on if she needs me or not. I've played down there with her too. She's one of our favorite songwriters.
Oh yeah, incredibly talented.
Yeah, she's great. She's fun to sing with too.
Yeah,
she's great. We did Woody Fest this year together.
Okay, where's that?
In Haystack, Okima, the Woody Guthrie Festival. It's a big deal. It's like a big Americana stop.
He lived a little bit of time in Pampa, Texas. Somebody
he
I
did,
read
so
somewhere.
He was in he went from Okima to Pampa.
Okay.
That's what I think. I don't know.
It was funny because
Woody history.
Cody brought that up. He said, he'd heard. He said, I can't confirm it, but he said I heard that. And then I did read that somewhere that he'd spent some time in Pampa. So anyway, cool. So you're touring. You got a whole schedule. You guys out and about quite a bit. Yeah.
Oh yeah, we out just about every weekend.
Do you?
Yeah, and then we're going out for runs. Like we'll go out for a couple of weeks at a time. Just kind of do like we just did the East, East and a little bit of the South.
Okay.
A couple months ago, month or two.
When you come,
and then we do a lot
west?
of Texas. Texas is close, and you can play all kinds of places in Texas.
Oh, every
big spot
every day. My gosh, that's so huge.
I've driven across all of it.
I'll bet you have
many times.
Well, and that's saying a lot because there's a lot of country to cover down there. Where's your favorite venue to play?
Man, there's so many.
Yeah,
hard to pick. There's just a bunch of good ones. We're playing Billy Bob's coming up like the 27th, I think.
Oh, really?
Of December. Yeah. Billy Bob's is always fun.
Yeah. I've seen a few shows there.
Yeah, man. It's great.
Saw Pat Green there. Saw Don Williams there.
Oh, wow.
Don Williams. Time ago. Now, that's been probably 20 years ago, but that was cool.
Don Williams is just the shit.
Yeah, he was the shit. Yeah.
My mom found a box of records at the thrift store or whatever, and got me this box of records. I'm going through it. I find this Gary Adams album, like a live Gary, like it's not live, it's like a Gary Adams and another guy, and he was George Jones guitar player from the Jones Boys or whatever.
Okay.
But signed on the thing, they also played for Johnny Paycheck.
Oh my god!
And on the front of the record, it's signed to my dearest Janie, love Johnny Paycheck or whatever, and it's a Johnny Paycheck signature on a Gary Adams record.
Oh, you're kidding?
Yeah, no, I got on the stairs.
How
it's
cool
incredible,
is that? Yeah, that's priceless.
I played on that Reed Southall band record that's over there.
Oh yeah,
yeah. I love those kids.
Oh, Reed Southall. We saw them at Highway 30.
Incredible,
a couple of times, and you mentioned that they're. I didn't realize they were Oklahoma City guys.
Yeah, they're OKC, man. I used to throw axes at their house during the pandemic. I would go over there. There's nobody there. It was
not at the outside of the house. You'd throw them.
No, well, I would throw in the yard at a Target, which is not the actual house.
Okay.
Sometimes the trees outside of the house, but they're fine. They're trees. Trees are resilient. But no, I did that for just about a year and a half. Just go out there every day and throw axes when there wasn't a lot of gigging happening.
Right.
We were doing, we did some online stuff, and we had some really nice high quality audio stuff, which was what I thought the world needed. Because there's so many people putting just lesser quality audio up.
Yeah. Well, I
did some in studio stuff that really high quality that Jake Flint videoed, our friend Jake Flint.
Okay.
And he did that video here of us for the NPR thing.
Right. Well, yeah, that's cool. We would love to sit down with those guys. We love those guys. We like I say, we got to see them a couple times at the Highway 30 in Twin Falls, or Filer, Idaho. But so any plans coming out west again soon, or?
I think we do have some stuff coming up that way in the next early part of the next year. I have to look at the schedule, but we're getting out that way for sure.
Good.
Yeah, I think we're having some. I'm actually going to California, and
oh, you're gonna actually go play California?
I'll actually be there. Yeah, it'll be fun.
Oh, that'll be cool. That'll be really
give it a
cool.
shot at least.
Yeah. Well, you'll get some experience in California.
Gotta love that. Well, like I've been to Montana a few times. Montana's always great.
Yeah.
I like getting up that way. I like anywhere I haven't been.
Yeah. Well, I know you got to play the BBR a couple of times, right?
We played Bryon Brothers in 2013, I think.
Oh, wow.
And 2013 or 14. It was really early on. Yeah. It was when the first original group of the band was still together. And that was, man, it was looking out. I've got a picture I took from the stage.
Yeah.
Just out of the crowd, climbing up the mountain, and like, oh, it's gorgeous and massive. And that was a really cool time.
Yeah.
To most people I can remember seeing.
Yeah.
At one time when I was playing. But there's some really neat pictures from that place. And like we had just always get to see the Brons. I love the Brons. Gary Braun may be my favorite Braun. I don't know.
Gary told me to tell you hello.
Oh man, see, I told you Gary's my favorite Braun. Yeah. I don't know. I'm not so sure. I say that. I say that, and then I'll be like, Willie will come up like, what's up, man? Like,
yeah, we got to interview Gary. Well, it's because he's the only one so far we've interviewed, other than Muzzy's been on the podcast.
Muzzy's a big fan of ours.
Oh, and I know he is. Yeah,
I love that.
Muzzy's a great guy. In fact, Muzzy's, I think he got here this weekend. I think he's in Texas, actually. He's in Texas. You might have to run down there.
Right here, that motherfucker better stop.
Yeah. No, I
love that guy.
Well, yeah, I think he said, was it either Muzzy coming or maybe Joanne was coming? Muzzy told me he was coming. We saw him. Do you know Kip Attaway? Have you met Kip?
I probably have.
Kip's the old buddy of theirs. Well, he's the one who wrote Rock Springs to Cheyenne.
Yeah.
And so he's always at the BBR every year. He's a funny guy.
I'm sure I met him.
Anyway, he had his 70th birthday party here in a little venue out west Idaho Falls called Bone, Steel and Joe's Bone, and Muzzy and Cody showed up. And they got up and played, and we actually got to see Cody the other night at the Sax, and him and Crosby were there with Tyler and the Train Robbers. Do you know Tyler?
Man, yeah, I do.
And Walt Wilkins, Walt was playing.
Walt Wilkins, yeah.
And anyway, it was just such a cool deal. We got to. How many we said? We counted on the way here. I have seen 40 artists play in the last 11 days.
Wow.
40. You'll be 41. Well, I already saw you play.
There we go. Yeah, 41 it is.
So, it's just been crazy. I mean, we just have so much. It's almost a little sensory overload.
I believe that.
Yesterday we were at the Longhorn in Fort Worth because they had that cloud cover fundraiser deal. They provide showers for the homeless and haircuts. Yeah. And they raised a ton of money. It was a cool deal. So Matt was there. Matt Hilliard was there. I love Matt. And Rio was there.
Yeah, Rio.
And a bunch of people I don't know.
Man, and Rio. I lived in a cabin with Rio for like 9 months or so.
Oh yeah.
I thought we was living there, but we were kind of squatting there. Which is fun. We had a good time.
Till they found out you were there and then asked you to leave.
No, well, I mean, they knew we were there for a while, but they thought, I don't know. They ended up tearing them down. I was like, you're going to live there another 3 years. Come on, man. We were fine. We didn't hurt nothing. No, it was fun. It was a really fun time in my life.
Oh yeah.
I was down there when we were doing the Kickstarter and stuff for the second record.
Yeah. Oh, cool.
The most stressful month of my life.
And where was that at?
So Kickstarter was it's.
Yeah, I know it's an online deal to raise money.
No, but we were behind River Road Ice House in New Braunfels, Texas.
Oh, okay.
There were cabins up on the hill.
Oh, okay.
And we lived up there, and it was really cool. Me and him and Paul Coughlin.
Oh, he told me you lived with Paul.
Yeah, Paul. Yeah, man. Oh man, I have a great Paul story, but it's not appropriate probably. He would come power sliding in his van. Like we would just see him coming up the hill, like slide into the parking spot, get out with 2 cases of beer, like, let's write some songs. He was great, man.
I'm sure there's been lots and lots of songs written under the influence of
all things out there. Yeah. We had a time. We had a hell of a time. And then we would also go out to Uncle Steve's at that time because he was like 2 miles away or 3 miles up River Road. Okay. And we'd go see Uncle Steve or whatever. Big Steve. It's a good time.
Well, there's some incredibly cool places there. We went out to the Devil's Backbone the other day.
Yeah, Devil's Backbone Tavern's amazing.
Yeah, and so we do features on venues as well.
Yeah. I played a few times out there,
and I reached out and could never get a response back from Robin because I wanted to do an interview about it and never did. But we went out and checked it out, took some pictures and stuff, and so we've been there. But I love Todd Snyder's story.
Oh yeah, absolutely.
About showing up.
It's one of my favorites.
Django's the one who told me about that.
Oh, I love Todd Snyder.
Yeah, he's such a cool dude.
He is such a cool dude.
Yeah. Is he in Nashville or is he still down there?
I don't know where he's at right now. The last time I saw him, he was playing with Jamie Lynn Wilson.
Oh, really?
Jamie Lynn opened up for him, and he ended up, he lost his house that day, and he just couldn't play the show.
No.
And he was not having a good time, and I felt really bad for him.
Yeah.
But I really wanted to see him because I'd never seen him live. I've listened to him for 15 years.
Yeah. Love his stuff. It's just he's such a
God,
storyteller.
I can listen to him talk for days.
Well, he just the way he delivers his stories in his songs, and and sets them up. And
I saw him in Memphis at the Memphis Gibson Guitar
really?
factory / venue or whatever.
Right.
Yeah, and he was like 30 minutes late to get on stage, but me and my buddy Drew were sitting right on the stage. We got there kind of late. And all the tables were taken, so we were sitting on basically on the stage at this little kind of gully alley thing. And he walked right by us when he went to play, and I was like, "Man, it just smells like we do." And he played just a killer for 2.5 hour set or something, just killing it.
I would love to see him live.
He's so good.
I'll bet. But there's so many talented artists here. I mean, it's just incredible. Not just. I mean, just everywhere, and it's
we got the Red Dirt Rangers live 20 minutes from here.
Wow.
Yeah, there's all kinds of music out here, all kinds of people. The Southall kids came from Stillwater, they started out in Stillwater.
Is that where they started?
Yeah, that's where they kind of met and hung out.
Well, that's kind of
Jeremy Knipp and Ben McKenzie. Ben McKenzie is one of my favorite songwriters. I played his record release at the Blue Door. He's incredible kid and just a brilliant songwriter. And he does stuff that was so potent. It's really good stuff.
Right.
And they were kind of hanging out with him and Jeremy Knipp, and Jeremy Knipp's their bass player. And he's another great songwriter. And Southall's great. They've been putting out records left and right. Just everybody writing. And JT, John Tyler Perry, he played with us when we played the Cushing Theater down there in Cushing. He played lead guitar for us.
Oh, cool.
I get random people. Ryan Danger McCall's been playing for us the last couple of gigs.
Right.
And he's incredible.
Right.
Incredible. Yeah.
Well, you just have access to all these great friends and great songwriters and
it's real. I mean, we all jam with each other, and everybody fills in for whatever they
Right. Well, I know Rio fills in.
Rio fills in for anybody. Yeah.
He plays all over the place, and he can play the keyboard.
You never know it. Yeah. You never know.
Yeah. Such a cool dude. So,
man, his keys are great. He played the keys on his new record.
Yeah.
Yeah, I was there for some of that recording when him and Bob Driver. I think I showed up with a bunch of whippets. Pretty sure that was the case. Yeah.
Cool. Well, listen, we've got to get back on the road and get working our way to Idaho. I would love for you to play us a song on this TETON guitar. So this is a little guitar company out of Idaho. I don't know if you'd ever heard of them before, but they have been.
I've heard the name. I do believe
they've been so gracious. Well, you've heard of the TETONs because they're right there, split Idaho and Wyoming. But
do you want this split, or do you want them?
It'll pick it up. I can.
Biggie, you want to come harp it?
You bet. So introduce him for us, will you?
Oh yeah, so my buddy Adam Rittenberry, our harmonica player from way back in the day.
Awesome.
He's gonna come play a little harp.
Well, welcome.
California, if you want. Yeah.
I'll tell you what. You have a seat right here.
postcard and a letter. They were mailed from golden shores of California, with a message sent solely to warn you. We're all falling in to the ocean. Don't look so sad, 'cause there's lots of cold beer and white sand. And I'm stalking this beach just like a madman. So baby, don't call, I'll be home tomorrow. If you come home at all, when I drop to my knees and I pray to the waves, there's so much to show you and nothing to say. Stuck in this summer is where I ain't gonna stay. Get me out of this city and out of LA. And a cigarette and a chair that just can't wait to meet you. Oh, and they're parked at the top of this sand dune, and I've got this brand new tattoo of Mike McClure. So don't look so shocked, 'cause I'm riding high in a ragtop. Oh, and I'm burning my bridges. Stay calm. So baby, don't write, I'll be home tomorrow. If you come home tonight, then I'll drop to my knees and I'll pray to the waves. With so much to show you and nothing to say. I'm stuck in this summer, yeah, that's where I'm gonna stay. Get me out of this city and out of LA. Da 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 da. Oh la da di da 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 da. La There's a postcard and a letter Lord Jesus mailed from golden shores of California, with a message sent solely to warn you. We're all falling in to the ocean.
Gotcha. Thank you so much. Love that. Love the harmonica, man. That is awesome. Appreciate you guys. Yeah, that is so cool. Oh, yes. You bet. You bet. Yeah, throw your autograph on there as well.
There you go.
Perfect. Here you go. Have him sign it too.
Oh, yeah.
Yeah. He was in on the concert, so. Yeah. What a great day.
Yeah, I got right into Rio. I got to say.
Yeah.
I put an ampersand.
Oh, there you go.
This is Rio Tribute and Bryon White.
There you go. Thank you so much, guys. Appreciate you guys sitting down with us. This has been so fun, and it's always cool to get to meet new people, and thank you for being so gracious and opening your home to us. And we look forward to when you come out west. Stay in touch. And if you get the new album rocking and rolling and release, we'll let us know. And so where can they find your music?
You can try damnquails.com.
Damnquails.com. Any streaming platforms? It's on.
Yes, all the streaming platforms. Should be on everything except Apple Music's kind of funny sometimes.
Yeah,
but
they're the same with our podcast. I don't know if our podcast ever made it to
our
Apple.
old record stuff we don't have any control over. So
yeah,
the first one. So
okay,
yeah, so that's kind of
So you don't have any control over that first?
Not with that stuff. No.
Well, that's too bad.
Yeah, it is.
But it is what it is. Yeah. Well, listen, follow Bryon and the Damn Quails. They are. I'm a huge fan. Been a fan for many, many years. Super good, talented guitar player and singer-songwriter. So we look forward to whatever comes next.
Yeah, man.
And thank you for following us. Make sure you follow us on all our social media. On our YouTube, make sure you click that subscribe button right there, because it doesn't matter. You got to subscribe, right?
Yes.
All of it. Click the subscribe.
Punch the button.
That's it. Well, for Musical Miles Podcast, I'm your host, Byron Duffin. I am here with Bryon White, and we are in Perry, Oklahoma. Until we see you somewhere else down the road, adios for now.